All right, and a good Sunday to you. Welcome to another episode of JD's Deep Cut Sunday Tracks. Again, where we're going to talk about rare, obscure albums, songs, mainly songs. Okay. On today's episode, it's a pretty good one. It's a 70s band that's kind of long and forgotten now. Once in a while, you'll hear about them. Although they do have an FM staple that's played on classic rock or radio often, but it's usually the same song. Okay, as a connoisseur, as a fan of old '70s obscure bands, in this case, I hear the albums from start to finish. Side A, turn around, side B. If it's 3-4 albums, I hear the whole thing. That way you can kind of get everything on it. Okay. Sometimes the non-hit songs are the better songs, at least for me. Okay. This band is no exception. Jake Isles Band. Okay. I'm going to talk about Jake Isles Band. One of their early albums. This album, Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle. Okay, this is a great album. Jake Isles always had that rocky R&B feel, a little bit of soul in there. Peter Wolf, the vocalist, has a great voice. Seems like he doesn't age as well. Okay, but this album was one of their good albums. Okay, came out in 1974. This was on Atlantic. Okay, it must have been so great when the bands auditioned for the label. And they met with the high executives. They liked it. They released the album. It must have been so different back then. None of that happens nowadays. Okay, you got the digital. We're in the digital age where none of this happens anymore. Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle. I believe this was their 4th album. I believe. The music on this album reminds me of total movie music for some reason. Great songs, great musicianship. You got Peter Wolf on the vocals, Magic Dick on the marine and harmonica. Daniel Klein, bass. Seth Justline on keyboards, piano. Stephen Joe Blades also does some vocals as well. Okay. The song Must Have Got Lost. Okay. It's a great song, kind of slow tune. I like the inner sleeve. You got the pictures of all the 6 members. Look at Peter Wolf, he still kind of looks like that. Well, he doesn't have the beard anymore. You got Magic Dick. Jake Isles, the man. Jake Isles. Recently passed on. May he rest in peace. Great guitar player. Always was a great guitar player. Their song you seem to hear on the radio is Centerfold. Of course, not taking anything away from the song. It's a great song, but again, you always want to hear, the other tracks on the albums. Side B songs, B-sides. Them being a great band, you kind of will miss the other good tunes on there. Okay. Must Have Got Lost, and then Special Assistance, Juke Joint. Okay, Juke Joint Jimmy, that's a great song as well. Special mention. Again, total movie music for some reason. Great 70s sound. Production compliments of Bill Zizmek, famous producer back in the 70s. Okay, did some Eagles, did some Joe Walsh solo stuff. Carole King there. He was a good producer back in the 70s. Okay? I think he's done some other work too. I believe he was one of the worked with Quincy Jones too. But one of the Wrecking Crew, I might be wrong, but I think he was part of the Wrecking Crew in his early production years. Okay? Check out the album Nightmares. Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle. Must Have Got Lost. That's a really great tune. It's a slow tune. Great guitar work on there. The vibe, the vocals are great. But again, Peter Wolf throws in that R&B soul feel on his vocals. I believe they were from Detroit. I might be wrong too, or Boston, one of them. But they had songs that were sung about Detroit. Okay. But yeah, check this one out. They have other albums, a few. You know, their early stuff's very raw, sounds raw of the 70s. A couple live albums are really good. I prefer, of course, again, as a purist, you know, the early stuff. I do like Peter Wolf's solo stuff too. Lights Out, some of those records are good. Come As You Are. A little more on the poppy side, you know. Of course, they evolve, you know, when they go solo. But they're worth a listen, okay? They are worth a listen. So yeah, Jay Giles Band. Again, Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle. Great album. Check out the song Must Have Got Lost. Cover art on this album is really good. Okay. You know, if you really again delve into the aesthetics of the covers, so this album, check out that cover art. It has a bed, the guy's sinking kind of into the bed or coming up. I guess it's a nightmare, I guess, hence the title. But yeah, Gene Lagugu, okay. He did some other stuff, I believe, artwork as well. But yeah, Bill Zisman production, really good producer there. Okay, so we're making this one short but sweet. It's cooled down a little bit over here in SoCal. We're almost out of July, but of course September is the one that kind of can get us. But at least it hasn't been so hot as of yet. We had a couple days that were pretty high up there, but at least we can manage. Okay. All right, so hope you're checking out the videos. Trying to post more up there. Check out the channel. I have a few up there now, about 70 plus videos. So like and subscribe, tell a friend, okay, about JD's Deep Cuts on the Tracks, and I'll see you on the next one. All right.